Time for the Good Catch Fishing Report. Captain Dylan Hubbard from over at Hubbard's Marina, Johns Pass. Hey, Dylan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you guys today?
We're good. We're good. Shall we start?
Yes, sir. Right now, inshore, Russell, we've been catching a ton of mangrove snapper. The mangrove snapper bite's going really well virtually anywhere. If you can find some structure, you're going to find plenty of aggressive and great eating mangrove snapper on lighter tackle. We're seeing a lot of trout action right now on those edges of the grass flats. They're biting really well, especially on those deeper pockets surrounding the grass flats where baits are present. We're seeing a lot of redfish action, too. The redfish have really picked up this last week. We're seeing a lot of schools moving around, especially at higher tides along those mangrove shorelines. Those redfish are really starting to pick up foraging for those crustaceans along those mangrove shorelines, oyster bars, and even dock lines at higher tides. And also the snook. The snook action has really picked up this week. A lot of big breeders coming back into the passes from their near shore spawn, and a lot of those kind of schooly 24 to 32-inch fish are very active around the mouths of our bays and our passes and around even the edges of the grass flats, dock lines. Seems like snook are biting virtually anywhere. And the snook bite's going so well, even our first mate Scraps caught one this week. And speaking of Scraps, I saw Dave was allowed to anchor this past week. I guess times are tough, huh? But also, we're seeing a lot of mackerel inshore. The mackerel bite's going well at the mouths of the passes where those currents are running and those baits are super active.
Dylan.
Yes, Russell.
He's in the triple box. You're in the middle.
Wait a minute.
I'm
Wait
on
a
one
minute,
side.
Dylan.
The
I've been
weatherman's
nice
on
to
the
you
other.
now for weeks.
You what?
Okay, I've been nice to you for weeks. And number one, thank you for watching the Fox 13 News at noon. Secondly,
always,
my anchoring is only slightly better than my fishing is.
Well, speaking of that, I've got something else for you, Dave. So this past week, my son, he's almost 2 years old, and he's out here catching nice big old catfish and ladyfish and mangrove snapper.
That's it.
And when you're catching those catfish, you gotta have a de-hooking tool. So I have a fish here real quick. Now, Dave, this will look familiar to you because this is about the size you typically catch. This de-hooker tool will help you out a lot. You just run it right down the back of the hook and give it a good shake, and that fish will fall right off the hook for you.
Okay, so
it makes it real easy to de-hook your fish.
So I am going to issue a challenge to you right now. Once it gets cooler, because it's way too hot out there for me right now, and I'm too busy, you're going to take me fishing, and I'm going to prove you wrong. Got it?
I look forward to it. But if I'm taking you fishing, I'm going to make sure you catch fish. That's the problem. So you're kind of setting me up for failure there.
That's me.
I know I've lost control of this segment, but let's try to do, in less than a minute now, near shore and offshore. Dave, stay with us. Let's do near shore and offshore.
Well, near shore right now, we're seeing a lot of those red grouper. The red grouper bite's going really well in deeper near shore waters. We're doing well on the red grouper out deeper too on the offshore waters. But right now, you're sorting through a lot of those undersized red grouper. And red grouper are very delicate despite their size. And a lot of those 16, 18, 19-inch red grouper are coming up that you have to throw back because they're not 20 inches or bigger to keep. So that's why it's so important to learn how to use something like one of these de-hookers that we have here at Hubbard's Marina. And there's a bunch of de-hooking tools on the market because you got to get that fish up from the bottom quickly, get it off the hook quickly, and then get it back in the water extremely quickly. The hotter the air, the hotter the water, the greater the chance for that barotrauma to occur, and then that fish can't return to bottom and he floats away and dies. And you want to make sure if you're releasing the fish, he lives to grow up and enter the fishery.
That's beautiful.
Make sure you have a de-hooking tool. And we've been seeing a lot of snapper too. The amberjack bite's going well out deep. Some nice trigger fish. Pelagic action is starting to pick up too. So great time near shore, offshore, and even inshore too.
Hey, we got to go.
Russell, let's de-hook him.
We're about to. We're about to. Dylan, we got to go. I just can say this. An anchorman was born yesterday, so he's going to be pretty busy for the next few months filling in for everybody.
Yeah, don't forget, Dave and Russell, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy.
Dylan, we love you.
Be safe on the waters, my friend. Be safe.
See you guys.
Don't we, Dave? Take care, man. Be good. Bye.